Hello everyone, welcome to the Elliott Wave Forex.com YouTube channel. Today is Thursday, December 31st. The time is around 4 a.m. GMT. So it is the last trading day of the year. And first of all, Happy New Year to all of you that has been following us in the YouTube, as well as maybe some members as well. And here at this last day of the year, we are looking at the Dow futures. This is a 45 minutes chart here. We can see that again the index still is at the all-time high, near all-time high. No reason to suspect or expect that the top is already in or anything like that. And we can see we are still bullish in the indices, and we do continue to like more upside in the indices. We got a bullish sequence stem here, right side up. So as long as we stay above this 29308, we expect the Dow futures to continue to go higher. Now from this low here, we can see we've got this 1, 2, and then 3 right now. Okay, so looking for another leg higher at least to finish a 5 ways up. And based on this count, once we finish this minute degree 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the black color here, we should be ending 1 of 3, right? 1 of 3 before we do another pullback to correct the entire 5 ways up, and then in the 2 of 3, right? And then go higher again. So overall, we are looking for the upside. We continue to be looking for more upside in the indices. Now let's take a look and zoom out a little bit. So we have this low here on October 30th, right? And from here, this is the 1 and 2 in blue that you saw earlier in the 45 minutes chart here, right? So you got clearly from here, everything since then has been higher, high, higher, high, higher, high, higher, high. So it is bullish, right? As simple as that. Higher, high is bullish. So now this is looks to be the connector from this low. In other words, this is your 1 and 2, right? And then now we could be already in the wave 3. Now, in order for this view to remain valid, you would want the Dow futures to continue to stay above this trend line here. If it breaks below for any reason, then the structure can change, right? So let's take a look at a couple of ideas, also thinking about possible alternates in case things do not go according to our plan. Now, I think the first question here that we want to ask is the following. Can it be that this is not a 1 and 2? Can it be we are still within the same cycle from October 30th? In other words, can it be a 5 waves counted from here? Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we are finishing 5, and then therefore we finish this, right? Now, even though anything is possible, right? But if you take a look at the size of the pullback, if you take a look at the RSI, with the momentum, it does give us an idea what will be in the more likely scenario. You can see this one compared to this one. You can see that this has got nothing to do with each other here. This move here and this move has got nothing to do with each other. So that means this is likely not the same cycle from here, and therefore if you are saying that this is 3 and 4, you're saying that this is still within the same cycle. But basically looking at the momentum seems to suggest that this is not the same cycle, and therefore since it is not the same cycle and it breaks to new high again, then we can conclude that this is actually a valid connector. We label it 1 and 2, and then it has already extended higher. Okay, so it's all about probability, right? Trading is all about probability. It's never going to be 100%, right? Nothing is in life except death, right? But that's the way it is, and therefore we are calling it this way. Also, another thing to think about is the following. Even assuming yes, it is part of the same cycle. Now you notice here, this has to be an impulse, right? It cannot be corrective structure because we are at the all-time high. So what can go to all-time high in a corrective structure? It's impossible, right? The trend is clearly bullish and it has to be an impulse. Now take a look at the last move here. Now you can see right here, it doesn't look like a 5 waves move to me. It looks only like a 1, 2, 3. Now even assuming this is all the same move from October 30th low, you still end up with, okay, it looks only 3 waves, therefore it needs to get at least another leg higher to finish a 5 waves at the last move, right? So still you can conclude it's missing at minimum another push higher. As if you're just looking at a very short-term perspective, it seems to me still looking for another leg higher. So the only way things can go wrong in the case of the Dow here, right? The only circumstances in which it can go wrong is only if it does an expanded flat. From here, you get A, you get B as a 3 waves, and then suddenly you got C like this. That's the only plausible scenario if things go wrong. Now, once it breaks below this trend line, you know something is wrong. Right? You don't have to wait until it breaks down tremendously before you know something is wrong. It should and ideally it needs to stay above this trend line and continue to go higher. Okay, but again, expanded flat is not something you should be fearful about if it is against the trend. Nobody in their right mind would want to forecast or would want to expect this is an expanded flat, because just because your bias is bearish, you force everything to be an expanded flat against a clear trend, which is like we continue to make a higher high, which is bullish, and you force yourself, well, okay, it's got to be expanded flat because it is bearish, in my opinion, right? So don't force the bias, right? Just go with what the market tells us. Just go with what the price action tells us. So this means most likely, probability wise, it should at least extend another leg higher. And now even assuming this is all in the same cycle, it looks to me it's only 3 waves. Still missing another leg higher. Now secondly, based on this RSI, like I explained earlier, this looks to be a connector, in which case if this is correct, we have plenty of move on the upside because we are now in the wave 3 already now, right? So then back to the 1 hour chart, what that means then is any kind of pullback, if we can drop here, we should find support at the next area here. So like an APC zigzag, we'll find support right here at this area, 30,087, 29,886, and then from here we can go to new high or at least bounce in 3 waves. Alright, so as always, if you do want to check our service, we do this type of analysis, also giving ideas, trading ideas in the live trading room. You can check our service. We have 14 days free trial. The link is provided in the description of the video. We also have a end of year sale right now, 2-for-1, which will expire soon. So please do make sure to take advantage of that if you are considering to take our service. All right, and otherwise I'll see you again next week. All right, and happy new year to everyone.